Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be going over the cost of living in Sacramento. Let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, help me out, hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell. I got new videos coming out every week just for you to make sure that you stay up to date on what's going on in Sacramento, California. So let's get into this. So we're talking cost of living in Sacramento. A lot of you guys have heard out there that Sacramento just hit #1 for best place to live in California. One of the reasons has got to be the climate out here. Yes, we get hot, but not that hot, okay? We got a diverse population out here. We got a great history, and it just really does offer a pretty low cost to living in a city compared to, say, San Francisco, Bay Area, San Jose, or even our buddies down south in LA. So, seeing a lot of people look into moving to Sacramento, so let's get into those costs of living. So first of all, average price point. Right now, time of filming, we're sitting right at $530,000 for your medium home price point in Sacramento. That's great compared to, say, your San Francisco home that's gonna be about 1.3, 1.5 in that range. One of the things that if you are thinking about moving out here, maybe you haven't figured out where to live just yet. So you're like, hey, I'm gonna rent for a little bit. Well, you get a 1-bedroom apartment. Instead of running about $1,200. If you're looking, hey, you got a little bit of a family, you want to maybe get a 2 or 3 bedroom, you're looking around $2,000, maybe $2,300 for an apartment. So if that's one of those things that you want to do, great, hop in. While you're here, then let's go check out those houses for you. Utilities wise, listen, we do have PG&E for gas, but we are not reliant on them in Sacramento for their electricity. Whew. I'm so glad because the bills are so much cheaper in Sacramento. So you're seeing utilities wise, we're ranging anywhere from about 150. I've seen about 250 on average for the Sacramento area. The reason I have such a big range there is, one, we've got a lot of people putting solar on there, which then they just have their true ups every year. Two, you got older houses in there and then some newer houses in there. So that really fluctuates on what their bill is going to be every single year. That's going to get us into our gas prices. Gas prices out here right around $4.50, $4.90 for our typical gas price here. Not a lot cheaper. I think it's only maybe like 10 cents cheaper than if you came out of the Bay Area. But I will remind you, you will probably use that car a lot more. I've got some family that lived in the Bay Area, and a lot of times they use those zip cars, I think they were, or the local transportation. Now, we do have a tram that runs around for a ticket monthly. It's about $100, so not too bad. Only problem I have with that tram is it's Sacramento. It runs, because they're in Sac County, runs up to Folsom, but nowhere else. I really wish, and if anybody at the city is hearing me, I wish you guys run that thing down to Elk Grove, run it out to even Davis, and run it up to the Roseville, Rockland area. That would be great. But unfortunately, it only stays in those little bit of areas. But $100, you can pretty much get anywhere you want to, and then do a little bit of walking from there. It's not too bad. Also, if you're in the heart of Sacramento and you don't want to worry about those gas prices, we do have a lot of bike-friendly neighborhoods, bike-friendly areas, trails, so you can always use the bikes and get around there. I believe the trams, some of the little buses out there also have little bike racks. You throw those things on there, get to your next area, or you can always use some of the electric scooters, use your app real quick on your phone, get to your next destination. But they have actually, which I like, made certain destinations that you have to drop these rental scooters off at. That way they're just not floating all around the city. All right, so let's get to my favorite part, is eating out. So Sacramento's got a lot of restaurants. We've got Michelin star guys out there. We've got mom and pop shops. We got anything and everything in Sacramento. The bill really does fluctuate. I'm gonna go off of kind of what we do If we go to, like, say, Chesmanes with a family of 4, we're usually gonna walk out of there with maybe a beer or 2, or I should say a beer and a margarita. Walking out of there usually somewhere between 80 to say like 90 bucks. So not too bad. If it's more of a date night, me and my wife are headed out, we're gonna be minimum 150 plus from there, especially if you're at some of these nicer areas. But there's so much good food. I mean, it's not that bad. There was a place in San Francisco that me and my wife would always go to when we were there called Sauce. Not one of the highest ends places there, but like over there in San Francisco, just for us two, couple hors d'oeuvres and a main meal, we were at $250 real easy. So again, eating out, not too bad if you compare it to some of the other major cities around. Sales tax 7.25 basically runs with California there, so that doesn't really change. And then we get into, of course, our groceries. Again, I'm gonna go off my experience, family of 4. We're usually going to be somewhere between $800 and $1,000. I'm a little bougie on that. I've said that one before. So I like those Whole Foods. I love those nuggets. I love the Rayleigh's ones. They even have some people out here have private grocery stores and some pretty cool things within those grocery stores that I like to visit. If you're gonna go to, say, a Safeway, a Winco, we got the Super Walmarts out here, Target. You go to any of those places, you are gonna be able to find your bill. To break it down a little bit more, I can usually get that down to $500 to $700 if we're really going to some of those other places. Unfortunately, Nugget is one of the only places that carries some of the stuff that I really love, so I end up shopping there a little bit more than I probably should. And probably last but not least, we have a lot of healthcare out here, right? We got UC Davis, we got Kaiser, we got Sutter. A lot of different options out here when it comes to healthcare. And I will say, and again, I'm using my comparison going to the Bay Area compared to us, we are on average, a doctor's visit, your copay is gonna be somewhere between $100 to $120 compared to, say, Bay Area, which I've heard it's somewhere between $150, maybe even $200. So a lot cheaper when going out to your primary care doctors in the area. And like I said before, I do think that we have a lot more to offer. I haven't really dived into all the medical facilities out here, but those are just a couple of the major guys out here. So medical is gonna be a little bit cheaper out here, which I think everybody can appreciate. So guys, like I said, overall, Sacramento is actually pretty cheap compared to our bigger cities out there. We are growing like crazy. We'd welcome you guys out here. If you're looking to buy or sell, give us a call. Deborah and I are always ready to answer your phone calls, always ready to help you guys out, get you into that new dream home, sell your home if you need it. We're just here to make sure that you have a great experience. If you have some more comments, if you have some more questions, leave it on the bottom here in the comment section. You got that 15-minute Zoom somewhere up on top here that you can hit up and we can go on a live chat real quick. Text works great. Throw us a text message. Let's get your conversation started. I don't know if you guys have been watching what's been happening out there in the market, but it's right now pretty good time for buyers to get into the market. You're not having to fight left and right for properties right now, but we still do have a little bit of a shortage, which we're seeing some changes there. So maybe we'll come out with an update video pretty soon because we're starting to see a little bit of a change where you're starting to see multiple offers come back out. So I think right now might be a great time to get in there, get that house that you want, and not have to hopefully battle a whole bunch of people out there, right? So I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks a lot. Also, help me out. If there's something that you guys want a little bit more info on, a certain neighborhood, leave me a comment. Just got one gentleman that asked me to do a video in a certain area, so sounds like we're going out to Rancho Marietta pretty soon. We'll see you next time.